Hello everyone, this is Hob,
This is Cheese. Hello.
and as usual we are playing Space Engineers, and we did some recording last week, and unfortunately we had a facepalm worthy disaster. The recording was nothing but black screen and voice, so that was good fun. Um, However, we are recording and
We got a lot
correctly
done
this
too.
week. We did get a lot done. So this week, we're going to give you a quick tour of the things that we have accomplished. Look, there's a light in the back hall. And wow, I am like sluggish.
That's
What
for
is
sure.
going on there?
I actually feel okay finally.
Oh,
I have
weird.
stolen your FPS.
Yeah.
Haha. FPS vampire.
Oh, I hit the caps lock key on accident. That's what happened. All right, so I've gotten Freya. The programmer who did Freya has updated the program, made some changes that allow it to actually function correctly now. We now have a display in here that shows us our current power usage. As you can see, Freya is currently conserving uranium. We're running primarily on solar power with 2 batteries currently charging. We also have what's called brownout protection, which actually prevents us from overusing our system. So it'll turn on reactors and batteries as necessary to be able to actually to keep us from browning out the system. Real quick, let's go over and look at the production area that Cheese has been working on. Cheese, helmet on.
Hey.
Wow, your face is shiny.
I oil up before every episode.
Is that how you do that?
Yeah. It's like bodybuilders.
Alright, so we'll run over to Cheeseland here.
Cheese, and I had a lot of help last week. Of course, you guys missed all that. Oh, you're the best. Shenron. And you're good.
Alright. That kind of looks like there's a skull reflection on the inside of my face shield. That's a little bit disturbing.
You know, I saw that too. I saw that too.
Okay, so things that we have accomplished. Uh, we had to redo the assembler bank because there wasn't enough room to put any modules onto. That strangely blends very well. There wasn't any room to put the upgrade modules onto the refineries and still be able to move around in here. Which isn't necessarily a terrible thing once you get everything piped up correctly, but we still have to pipe everything up correctly. And I will let
Almost there, almost there.
I'll let Cheese do the rest of the tour here, since all I worked on was this.
I haven't done too much besides that. Everything else is going on the back side. Helmet on, going on the outside.
All right, helmet on, door closed.
Good to go.
All right.
I think I got my light on. Gonna come on down here through the connector tube first. Gonna get all this set before I build the airlock on the outside. Get it connected so we can go through the walls there.
All right. So just follow Cheese.
I was working on the conveyor system. So we got the connector tube out there. That's going to be our starting connector for now, where we can unload all the mining resources we need as we build our base. It's going to come back out into here, where it's going to be the start of that piping system that Hob was talking about. Boop, the little walkway that we use to maintenance and look at. It's going to come into this large storage container first.
Okay.
All materials. Anything complete that any complete component that we manage to pull out will eventually have a sorting block in here that'll just pull it into one of our final storage containers, which we'll have access to on the inside with another conveyor system. But after that, So after it gets any other resources such as ores, we'll go through here, come out through the wall, into the refineries. Hey, I'm down. Which will be on the other side of the wall. The
Cool.
refineries will split them back out, either into the blast furnaces or into the refineries. First will be this order. Split them back out into here, and then completed ore resources or other assembler parts will be in the other component here, which will feed into the assemblers. I
Cool.
think I may change the piping over here to make this the first stop, because I think the refineries that we have one on this end over here.
Yeah, we have one on
So I'll make this the first.
each corner, I think, right?
I believe so. So I can run some across. I'll just split it with a conveyor tube. I mean a conveyor block. One here, one through the wall over there, and then split it also so we can get it into the blast furnaces that need to get into the blast furnaces.
Cool.
Everything will be good.
Well, it looks like you did some good digging and definitely got the beginnings of the storage containers up. I dig it. I like it.
Lots of materials. Lots of materials.
Alright, so let's scoot back out here. And I will show you my masterpiece.
Anytime I'm near the manufactory, I think my frames get dropped.
Yeah, it does get a little laggy right back there, doesn't it?
But it's doing good work.
It is.
Ooh, yeah, much better. Much better back here. Oh,
it's interesting.
Is that just the size of the amount of machinery and the size of the space?
Might be. It might be. So theoretically, all of that material should have gone right into the blast furnace. But I don't know. Alright, so going up here, this is what I had been working on, and you know, there's some construction process in the previous videos. But one of the problems that I ran into with this was it frequently popped off of the connectors. The torque was just too much for it. So what this is actually a 360-degree rotating command platform. The idea was that it could sit above the command floor in the command room, which I still have yet to build, and have access to all of the base's statistics. It is intended to be able to spin so that you can keep an eye out. We're going to drill this out and have hangar and production back over this way, but so that you can actually keep an eye on everything that's going on. You've got this lovely command chair. I actually need to change the chair out for one that will allow us to have oxygen in the room and utilize that oxygen. That's the access hallway, which has yet to be finished as well, and apparently needs some repairs because that block looks way warped. But sitting in the chair, you have a very lovely view of the asteroid opening, but more importantly, what you have a view of is all of the readouts for the base. And I'm going to start on the left-hand side. We've got the ore overview, which has a quota set for a specific amount, and if you're below a certain percentage of that amount, you will actually get it'll actually, this little bar right here shows the it's kind of hard to see, but there's brackets, and then there's that little bar. That little bar is like the minimum quota that we want to have. And then you have the number of ingots down in the middle, components. Most of the components, or some of the components, I don't really have a specific quota on, although the inventory script that I'm using does allow for it, and I will show you which ones of those I'm using in just a moment. And then we have the base statistics, which are provided by MMaster's programmable customizable LCD script. This one gives us a readout of the damage and cargo capacity. Although I think I may actually add another LCD specifically for the cargo containers, all on their own. Then separate that out, and then we also have base statistics, which shows the current local time, which is may actually be incorrect. It's hard to tell because it's tiny, but we have the current power output, reactor, solar, battery status, the whole nine. And then we also have down over here medical room, oxygen. This is actually our oxygen readout right here. So this will tell us whether or not we have oxygen in the space. If an air vent's not functioning correctly, it'll give us that information. So that comes in really handy. Also, we'll see damage readouts. If a block is damaged, it'll actually come up on here and show us that. The programming blocks that are down here, actually, they're just for looks. They don't do anything. But the really fun part is that we can rotate this around, and we can actually reverse the direction if we need to. You can't really see a whole lot at the moment, but that's going to change later.
And in the lower corner next to the seat, we have an emergency reactor.
We
just
do.
in case we need to power fly it back.
Which we have had to do. So the way that I solved this problem is I actually connected a spur to the connector here and towed the device out. And hang on just 1 second. And pulled this out so that I could attach these landing gear, which are used to completely stabilize the unit so that it doesn't wobble, it doesn't torque, it prevents it from shifting when you're moving it around, all of that kind of stuff. And this is, and then I had to fly it back into place and lock it in. But that's kind of my masterpiece for the day. That's all I really got.
And I am getting back to the large cargo containers. More
Okay.
construction components, small steel tubes. What are our assemblers crunching away at right now?
I don't know, actually. Let me go take a look at that, see what they've got going on.
I'd like to get some sort blocks to get going as well. Sounds like something's gone away. Going in there.
Alright, helmet off. Alright, so assemblers, production. The assemblers aren't actually chewing on anything, it doesn't look like.
Oh. Sounds like something's busy.
Sounds like one of the refineries is kicking.
Maybe that's what it is. That's what I'm hearing.
Let's go inventory.
I think what I'd like to do, because of this FPS issue, maybe make this room just kind of a robotic sealed off. Change those windows around, make this whole front, that whole panel side there windows.
Oh,
and
yeah.
make the controls right there on the outside, as well as storage access for the completed product.
Well, yeah, that might work. Yeah, we could depressurize the room, and you know, I wonder if these lights aren't the problem.
Oh, you know, I do have quite a few of them in a
Yeah.
smallish area.
Now let me turn off some of these lights. See if that helps. Oh yeah, see?
Oh wow, yeah, I think it already feels better when I'm just in the menu. Give me a second here.
So those particular lights are a problem. So let's do. Mind if I rearrange these lights just a little?
Not at all. Go for it.
Alright.
Anything to save the FPS. Boom.
Boom?
Large cargo container.
Sweet. Alright, so have you watched any of E3?
I have watched some E3. There's been some really big announcements that I'm really, really, really excited for. Finally some footage of things that I've been waiting, like, I think about a decade for.
Yeah, I'm super duper duper like excited.
That's the easiest way to phrase it, at least. I mean,
I'm like I'm excited beyond reasonable.
what's the one that's got you going?
Oh, there's so many. Fallout 4, Fallout 4, my baby.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Fallout.
We're gonna have to stop.
Oh, Fallout 4 is really that's the one I'm probably the most excited for, and
Absolutely.
that is the Fallout franchise has been probably my favorite franchise for ever, and the way that they've done Fallout 4 just looks absolutely amazing. I love the fact that they've added the female characters. I love the new
Yeah.
facial design program, the complete morphability of it. It was crazy. They did a demo of it, and they're just like, oh look, let's put this shape nose on, and let's change the shape of it. And you're like, you wiggle the generator around, and like it changes the shape of the nose, and you can make it longer, you can make it shorter, you can do whatever, and it's such quick on the fly editing that it's really
I
it's
always feel
very
like
surprising.
they bring those out, and it always, people are always talking about how much customization there is, and it really does feel like this is a big step forward. This isn't just you're talking about it, looking at it. You're right. It's ugh, really powerful looking at with what they can do on that.
Yeah, it really it was. I found it to be amazing, just absolutely uh, astounding. The level of, I mean, you can make yourself.
It's going to happen. I bet there's going to be people and systems and programs that you can like upload a picture and it'll give you some settings to
That would
set
be
at.
that would be pretty slick. Let me tell you, that would be very
I guess
slick.
they'd have to release API for that, wouldn't they?
Well, they're pretty consistent about that kind of stuff.